Hey everyone, this video is about Tidepool version 0.3.1, which is the newest version in more than 3 months. During that time, the big news is these 3 new features here: card decks, compass navigation, and branching, which I'll talk about in this video, as well as 7 smaller improvements, such as buttons that pop up when there are changes when you first start the game, as well as a smaller installer, splash screen, and upgrading to the newest version of Java. I also fixed 40 bugs during that time, so a lot of testing, a lot of fixing. Let's have a look. Here I'm in the hub, and I'm going to widen Tidepool a little bit here to show the compass. People usually play this full screen and it's harder to shoot the video this way, so there it is. That's the compass. First thing you'll notice about the compass, aside from being able to toggle on and off with this button here, is that it spins as you turn around and it shows you what direction you're facing. So I'm facing east and so forth. Now these are also buttons. So if I want to go, if you look at the map, I'm currently in the hub here. If I want to go east to my home parcel, I can just click the E button, and here I am in my home parcel. And likewise, I can go back and so forth. The other thing that the compass nav, the real purpose of the compass nav, is for use in stories. So one of the stories that I just started working on is Adventure. It's a recreation of Colossal Cave Adventure. And if I go inside here, you'll see that this text showed up that I'm inside of a building. Actually, I shouldn't be inside of a building. I should start out at the end of the road. Here we go. As I said, I just started this. Okay, I'm in I'm in the building right now. Usually this is what I usually do: is I go through the portal. So I'll do that instead of jumping right in. I'm still working on the story mechanics of Adventure here. So there we go. Okay, you're standing at the end of the road. Now what I want to do is define what these compass directions bring me to. So, for example, if I right-click on northeast, I can pick inside building. And now that is defined. If I click that, I go directly to that location. So here we are. There was a building. Okay, I was just facing the wrong direction. There I am. I'm inside the building with my food and bottle and keys and lamp. This will all be much improved and expanded in the week ahead when I try to finish this game. So, for example, if I wanted to define going back to the other one, I hit right-click and go end of the road, and then if I type S, or if I click S, or I can also do, I believe I can do just S, and it brings me back. So this is how the game itself works. All right, so that's compass nav. Now, while doing that, I created the go command, which it's pretty useful. You can type in a parcel address. So I happen to know that I live at 2,1. If I just go there, that might be a bug. Let's go outside. There we go. Huh. Okay, that's something new I didn't know. And you could also just put in the owner of the parcel. So if I look here and see a bunch of like the Seattle kids who have been helping me test, let's go to Guy P. So I can go Guy P and I go straight to his parcel. Currently, when you go into a parcel you haven't been into yet, it takes a little while for the stuff to show up because it's loading stuff. Especially right now for me. I have this atrociously slow internet connection, so there would be stuff here. All right, so the next thing is card decks. Here, let's go back to my home. Card decks look like this out in the world, and if you click on them, they're going to show you text. So think of it like Evernote. Now, of course, this is really not that interesting, but I can edit it and so this is a rich text editor. So it's got full font support, and you just think of it as a way to convey textual information, such as instructions or courseware. And you can do this is a card, and you can make a deck of them. So this is page 2. So if I save that, and now somebody comes along and clicks on it, then they're going to see this, and then they can go to page 2 and close it. So these are going to show up as easels this way, and also we're going to have them attached to items as well. So you'll be able to add like help text or stuff like that. So those are card decks. And the last major feature is a little hard to explain, a little hard to visualize, but it's pretty nifty. So if I go, let's say I go to Zaripa's parcel. Now, I have to look over here. Zaripa doesn't want other people messing with her stuff. Okay, and that's perfectly fair. You don't want a bunch of marauding kids going through and just changing your whole world. So what happens is that if you are not a helper and you make changes to someone's parcel, those changes only appear to you. You create what's called a branch. So I'm not sure if I'm a helper or not here, so I'm just going to switch my branch just to make sure. Branch tfal, so you put /branch and then the name of the branch. And by default, everybody has a branch that's their name. So now, if I go in here and let's just go nuts and make this tree absolutely huge. So I'm going to make this big branch. So make the kind of change that Paula would go, what is going on? Right? All right, so now when I go away and come back, I gotta find it. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna see my changes. But if Paula were to look at it, or anybody else, because she's the owner of the story here, so if this is what everybody else sees. So what's kind of cool about this, and this is going to come into play when we have the full Colossal Cave adventure working, is that people are going to make their own stuff. They're going to be able to move stuff around, make it bigger, make it smaller. They're going to be able to do different drawings and really make it their own. And then people will be able to switch between the branches. In the map, you're going to be able to see, oh, okay, these are other branches I can look at. And ultimately, this is one way for authors to get some collaboration without messing what they have worked on. Branching is a fundamental concept in software development that I think is going to be a great fit for the Tidepool world. Okay, so those are the big new features of Tidepool 0.3.1. Stay tuned for the next week while I use these features to create Colossal Cave Adventure, an homage to the very first story-based computer game that was first played 40 years ago. Thanks for listening.